I'm just coming in to do the March 2023 general reading. And also it's a different spread this time because right now there's so many transits going on, like by March 2023, yeah, by March 23rd or 27th or something like that, Pluto is going to be transiting into Aquarius. And this apparently it's big. They say it's big. There's a lot of other transits going on too. I don't know those ones too much. But this one just seems like, well, first off, I'm Aquarius. Okay. And so I've been kind of knowing about this. But it seems like it's going to be huge. Like they're saying it's going to be generational because it's a 20-year transit. It was in Capricorn for 15. It was in Scorpio, you guys, for 10. I don't even remember when that was. But it's 20 years. And because Aquarius is the sign of, well, it's like community and humanity and people. And so there's saying that there's going to be a lot of changes because Pluto is the planet of, death and rebirth. So some things may end that have to end, that probably should end. And, I don't know about what it's going to be. Big institutional things. I mean, maybe if you watch the news, you can kind of figure out what might be going in a certain way or not. But they say it's also karmic. And the way I was thinking about it is like, all right, well, if you have bad karma because you're doing something not good, maybe you might want to figure out what it is and get rid of it before this big old planet of karma comes into you, because it might not be something that you can shed for a pretty long time, and I'm not saying everybody's horrible people or nothing like that, but, it might be something if you want to start out this new transit, maybe with the clean slate, whether it's making up with people, whether it's, becoming right with yourself, just being able to forgive yourself for things, be able to, just really just, I don't even know how else to explain it, just like a clean slate, just having a clean slate, not having anything that you have to work out or push past, and and that's just seemed like the right thing. So I've been looking for a spread that seemed like it would kind of work for it. But otherwise, it's still the March spread. Oh wait. Anyhow, let's see what we can start with. First, Scorpio, March 2023. All right, we got the Page of Cups, the Six of Wands, Strength, the High Priestess, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and Knight of Cups. Wow. Well, there, lots of cup energy. Nice. I mean, cups are actually, they're your Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. But this looks like, all right, looks like it could be kind of interesting. All right, we'll start figuring out what this is. I'll clarify with a couple cards with another deck, not all of them. And then we'll pull a moon card and see what we can find out for you guys. All right, let's see. This first is talking about you. This is how you're feeling right now. So I don't know in what sense you might be wanting to offer up something to somebody. It doesn't have to be romantic, doesn't have to be, like a relationship or anything like that. It just might be opening yourself to somebody, somewhere, somehow. You might be thinking about, maybe you're receiving messages. Messages are coming into you, and and they're good messages. Like you're feeling very comforted by them. Okay, so let's see what we can go with that. Now this is the Six of Wands. Now this is pretty awesome. I think what you actually would need to do is accept what you've accomplished. Whatever things that you have been able to accomplish as as life goes on. Accept the little things, even if, even if it's not huge things. Accept the little things that you have, because that makes a big difference. If you're able to look at yourself, look at yourself in the mirror and say, well, but I did this, and I did this, and you're not necessarily, you don't have to announce it to people, because this is a win, but you need to accept those wins, as small as they are. Doesn't matter. You did it, so you need to accept that about yourself. Oh, the Strength card. I feel like this is, you have a strength in you in regard to maybe a lot of things. I don't know if it's, in your life, your work, whatever. And I feel like you're almost ignoring it. Maybe you don't want to accept it so much as, would that cause you to have to do more stuff? Like, would accepting the strength that you have make you have to be more available, to be more persistent, to be, to show stronger, to be stronger in whatever situation it is? I feel like it's there, and very diplomatic, very, it's not like a rough strength. It's just like very willpower and being able to do a lot of things that you're not really trying to show people that you can do for some reason. Like, you're not trying to for whatever reason, you're trying not to share it. However, you have done things. You've accomplished enough that you need to acknowledge it. But maybe there's something else that you're not really trying to show. Like, maybe you're not trying to show strength. Maybe it's a confidence issue. Maybe it's just a willpower issue, and you don't want people to know that you actually could. And maybe little things. Maybe somebody's hassling you about quitting smoking, and you just don't want to show them that you possibly can because you don't want to. That kind of thing. Doesn't have to be that. It could be anything. But I just feel like you're maybe not trying to put out there how much you're actually able. Now, this High Priestess energy, she's all about kind of going within and seeing things that don't really show up. I'm sorry, I can't see these things. Seeing things that aren't really obvious to people. And maybe you're aware of certain things, but if you go within and you're able to, meditate for guidance, maybe you pray, and you're able to get information sort of, or get downloads from the universe, from source, from God, and you're able to figure out certain things that maybe other people aren't aware of. And I feel like you don't really want people to know that. Maybe you're feeling like a little bit stubborn, or you might want to hide that part of you along with the willpower or the strength. So I feel like it's kind of saying to you, it's time to show what you got, like show what you're made of. Now, this Two of Cups. You might need to step back from somebody. Now, if there's somebody that you had a bond with, or some kind of relationship with, that wasn't really all that healthy for you. But it also could be necessarily not a person, but this could be a thought process in your head where you are not actually, if you've been looking for a relationship, and maybe, I don't know if you're getting involved with people that are not great for you, or, I don't want to say they're toxic, but just not great for you at this time. You might want to step away from the relationship idea for a little bit. Like, I feel like you just want to back away, because you may have to start doing some personal work on yourself, where you kind of get yourself to a place where you feel good and confident and strong in your abilities and what you bring to the table, I guess, before you try to bring somebody else into it. Because if you're feeling incomplete for whatever reason, and I don't know, this is just, I don't even know why, but if you are, then maybe it's not time for you to build a relationship up until you start feeling better about yourself. Now with this Ten of Swords, this feels like it's an end. It's a total ending. So this feels like you might need to accept when things are ended, when things are over. And maybe, because it came up as like, well, what can you integrate into your life? What can be welcomed into your life? And I feel like there's ending this situation. So maybe there's a situation that's hanging out and it's not ending for whatever reason. You know, you got lingering, just lingering tidbits here and there that if you cut the cord on them, and again, that's maybe what's thinking with this, maybe the cord needs to be cut on it, and once you do, you're going to be able to be more accepting of other things. Because if you're holding on to too much stuff, as time goes on, there is no room. Like, you won't be able to fit something good in if the old stuff doesn't leave. Yeah. This Knight of Cups, it's asking you, what are you grateful for? Like, what about you are you grateful for? Or what about your life are you grateful for? I mean, do you have people, special people in your lives? Do you have people that you want to spend time with? Do you have certain skills? I mean, do you have things that make people want to be around you? And I'm pretty sure you do, and you have to accept all that about you. Even if some of it you're not accepting, really, like you're not putting out there everything that you have available to you, in a sense. And that's for whatever reason. I mean, that's, everybody has a reason for whatever. But I just feel like you have to be grateful for the good that you have. Like, I don't know if you feel like, nothing's working for me, I can't get anything done, there's nothing that I can actually be happy about. But look deeper. Look for it. It's kind of like, I don't want to say everybody has something to be grateful for, because I guess some people really don't. But I'm thinking the majority of people actually do. So if you think that, look for it. Look for what you have that you can feel grateful for. I mean, that Knight of Cups is especially your energy. That's so you. And just kind of, see what it is that you could be grateful for. And if you have to, double down on it. All right, let's see. I'm going to clarify the Two of Cups. All right, the Three of Wands. And the Two of Cups again. I feel like this is, so maybe this is not a new relationship that you were looking for. Maybe this is an old relationship that hasn't gone away yet, but still kind of lingering. And I don't know what situation you might be in, but, and I don't even know if they're is there a texting thing? Is there, do you guys chit-chat? Do you chat? Are you not cutting it off for whatever reason? And when you do that, it's really hard to open up for something else. Because this Three of Wands is here, it's saying, look to the future, look what else is there. But you want to make this not be in the way of that. I don't know that it is, but if it's still lingering, you might want to move it aside, Let's do the Page of Cups. King of Cups. the Queen of, wow. Well, that there looks like that's like a power couple. I'm wondering, because that actually, yeah, to me it's almost like, okay, this is the possibilities if you were looking for a relationship, if, you know, you wanted to have a relationship, and it was still thinking, you're still thinking about the old relationship. I feel like that's just like a big thing. You kind of still want one, but you have to make good with you first. And then you could, you know, you'll be an awesome person to be in a relationship, I'm sure. I'm sure you guys really would be. It's just you might want to make room to have it. All right. Oops. And some of you might already be in a relationship, and then this is not yours. That's the one thing about it. If you're in a perfectly good relationship, this is not you. Emotions are running high. And surrender is divine. All right. And this one's be bold, make the first move. But, all right, it makes sense. I mean, maybe, you know, maybe you're having a hard time surrendering to anything. But don't know. And again, if you're in a really good relationship, this is not you. But, all right. And I will be seeing you back in probably April, or maybe mid-March, I don't know. And give me a thumbs up, subscribe, or write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And I will be seeing you guys later. Take care.